Good morning. Today I want to do a microphone test. I picked up a new Rode Wireless Pro and I want to put it up against my Deity VMic D3 Pro. That's on the camera right now. So let's do some listening tests and see how things work out. Before we begin, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, there are links for items to purchase in the description area of each video. Good morning, it's about 6 a.m. and I wanted to come outside this morning and do a microphone test while the water fountain is off and things are not too crazy out here. But there's some folks that are exercising, which is kind of normal. What I noticed in China, Beijing, Shanghai, and Hong Kong where I am now, is that in the early mornings people get up and they start to exercise in the park. There's a lot of that going on, and it's typically tends to be the older folks. Young people are usually going inside the gym. So older folks, whatever area is available to them, they're exercising. So that'll be something to deal with this morning. So now I've switched over to the Rode Wireless Pro. Everything is set to auto, camera, microphone. Just want to see how the sound comes out of this microphone compared to the DT microphone. I've been hearing good things online. I've been listening with headsets. I thought I was going to go for the HoloLens Lock Max because I have the HoloLens Lock 150. So let's see what the differences are going to be. Let's take a few tests and just, hopefully things sounds right.
To come out of the dark, like the last time that you chose it, chose you. You chose you. Yeah.
I've been using my Deity mic, and oddly enough, I ended up losing the wind muff. Kind of annoying. I was trying to pick up another Sennheiser microphone to use, but well, apparently none is available in Hong Kong. Well, throughout Southeast Asia, according to what the guys told me after talking to multiple people, this one gentleman mentioned that it seemed like Sennheiser kind of pulled out of Southeast Asia when it comes to professional microphones. I know in Malaysia they told me I had to make an order and they could get one brought in for me, but that could take a couple weeks. So it seems as though you can get headphones, but not microphones. Now, this is my first time utilizing this mic, so hopefully the audio is coming through very well. When I was charging it last night, I kind of messed around with it just to see how it looked. The meters are looking fine. I just set everything to auto. Don't know how it's going to sound, but I want to see how it is. Right now, from what I can hear, there's a waterfall behind me. There's some birds making some noise, different sides of the park. So it might be a bit noisy. If it is, I'm sure it's going to be. I'll adjust some of that in post to make it better. Now that I'm back and I've had an opportunity to listen to the audio, I can tell you that it wasn't as bad as the sound in the camera. Of course, camera speakers are not the greatest. As you could hear, my voice sounded good, the background noise was there, but it was in no way overriding my voice, which I think is a pretty good thing. For the next test, I set it to level 8 on the Z8 because I wanted to see what it was like to kind of control things, and it certainly sounded better. Not too much background noise. As you can see in the next clip, I'm going to play to you exactly how it comes out, and then with some adjustments that's done in Resolve, so you can hear the difference between the camera at level 8 with no adjustments and then with adjustments to balance it out for the video. All right, so I'm trying it a little bit different area this time. Well, I have the same area, but turned a different position to put the noise over to the shoulder here. I've went into the camera and I've set it to manual with a level of 8 because I noticed everything seemed to be peaking. And the first playback on the internal speaker, I could hear the background noise more than I could hear myself. While I was doing the adjustments and checking the levels in the camera, it seemed as though only when I speak, things are being picked up. So hopefully this is a much better sound. I'll walk through the park so if I can find another spot that's a bit quieter to record, and hopefully we get some better sounds. But as it stands right now, being out and about, I am just holding the camera in my hand. There's no tripod, no stick or anything. Yeah, let's see how everything sounds as we test out these new Rode Pro. Oh, and I didn't mention what it was. These are the Rode Wireless Pro. I figured I went with this one because they have the 32-bit float. Still reading through the manual to figure things out. So this is like a raw, take it out of the box, using it kind of thing. So let's see how things work out. For this next section, I set the camera to level 10 and did a quick recording and tested it. Sounded pretty good. And I think that's going to be a good level for it to work at when I'm out and about. So check out this section of audio to see what it sounds like. I've left it, part of it as straight out the camera, and then the other one I basically normalize it for YouTube, so the levels are going to go up. Check it out. I'm doing a bit of walking through the park, going a bit downhill right now. The camera bike is actually on my shoulder, not across my back, hoping to minimize some of this bounce as I walk around and film. These are folks that are exercising early in the morning. This is like a normal thing here. I'm at about 24mm on the lens. So we'll see how everything turns out. Just want to kind of give you a look at things here in the park. And it's 7 o'clock hours in the morning. I think the ladies have started exercising since around 6 a.m. Because I remember hearing some sound. I look out the window and it's like, you know what, let me go out here and film some stuff. So this is just like me doing a vlog, walking around, filming. And as you come to the park, there's a residential section back here. So let me get out to the light and I'll show some more. Okay, so I found a different spot to sit down and do a bit more recording. So I've set the in-camera setting to 10 from 8 because things looked a bit on the lower side. And when I was doing the playback to test it, it sounded decent. I would say less the background noise, more me, but everything still kind of sounded low. So we'll see how all this sounds when we get back inside. But just me talking before I started recording, it was peaking, not peaking, but I mean, it was hitting the yellow section. So I think that's a good level for me talking normally out here. There are birds, people walking around, and water flowing. So a lot of things are happening out here that will add to the ambience. So let's see what this all sounds like. I think this should be a good microphone overall. I mean, Rode has been well known for this stuff, but one of the things I like about the Rode and the HoloLens Max was that both of them had built-in recorders. This has 32-bit float. So we still have to figure out all the features of this camera, this microphone, once we get inside the software and start messing around with it. I've only used the iPhone portion to kind of turn on some things, you know, set everything to order instead of manual. I'm sure later on, as I start using it and get more comfortable with it, then I'll move to manual settings, like I'm doing in the camera right now, to see how things can work out. So as you see, there's a cycling path here and a walking path. And these are some of the these are some of the residential buildings here. So we're just standing by a crosswalk that leads from the residential section into the park. I know I'm planning a bit fast, but I want to at least capture this. Overall, I have to say, I like how these things sound. I like how it works. Hopefully, you guys can hear the difference. Right now, I'm wearing the Rode microphone. Before, I had the Sennheiser microphone. So if there's a difference, you can hear that as well and see if one sounds better than the others. I wasn't doing a direct A/B comparison, but I wanted to try the equipment that I have so you guys can hear it. Now, I did see this looks like it peaks a little bit more. I didn't change any settings to the transmitter, receiver, or the camera. It's pretty much at the same level. So I think everything, it's gonna come out the way it's gonna come out. I'm gonna normalize this audio to make sure everything kind of matches. But as far as sound quality, you guys can tell me in the comment section if you hear anything. If you're a solo shooter and you're looking for different mics, there's a bunch of different things out there: DJI, Rode, HoloLens, and a bunch of other no-name brands that we haven't heard of, but they're coming up in quality. One of the things that I think people fail to realize is delay time, as far as when you speak, when it gets to the camera, how many milliseconds and so on. I'm not gonna dive into the technical specs. I looked at those, and this is one of the ones that is pretty much like 1.5 milliseconds, somewhere around there. And it's, you know, from a professional company. So overall, it's a good brand. There is not only the Wireless Pro, there's the Wireless Go, Wireless Me. So there are different ones from Rode if you like, or if you want another brand, there's tons of different things. I would say if you are in the market, check out some videos, put on some headphones, see how they sound, see which one works for you, or which one you think will work for you with your voice. I didn't do a test before I tried it. I just bought it because from what I'm hearing, I like how, you know, the volume and the bass sounds in other people's voice. So I think this will work out very well. I want to thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or any things you want to know about the microphone, let me know. I'll be playing around with it for some more time so I can share that information with you guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.
That day